Hello, my darlings. My name is Victoria, and this is Veritas Tarot. Taurus, I'm going to do your summer reading for you today. I'm using 88 cards, which are 4 different major arcanas from 4 different tarot decks. And I'm doing the Wheel of Life, the Wheel of Fortune reading for you, just to look at the analogies of the cycles in our life and the reasons for them. So whoever resonates with this reading, you are resonating because you're remembering in divine timing what you already know within your soul. And those that it doesn't resonate with, my darling, it simply means it wasn't for you at this time. There is always a reading out there for you at exactly the right time, as guided by spirit. Thank you as ever for all of your messages. And if you would like a personal reading with me, all of the details are in the description box below. So let's move ahead with the reading. This is for those that most need to hear it, for Taurus. And we're going to first of all look at where you are yourself. Okay, this is the self card for you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. For those that most need to hear this reading, one card, please. Oh, there we go. That wanted to come out. Well, what an amazing start. The Empress, creation, abundance, and action for you. This is a glorious card for you to start. This is the card, my darling, of the divine feminine. This is the card of the feminine energy for you. This is a card of you in a space of nurturing, of growth for yourself at this time. This is the card of, can you see here with the baby and everything? Some of you may be pregnant, some of you may have new children, but it's also the card of the beginnings of something that is you desired, the beginnings of your manifestations, the beginnings of a new idea, a new opportunity that you are very, very protective about, and you're also nurturing as well. And just like nature, this is Spirit's reminder for you as well. Just like nature and just like the birth of a child, everything has a natural cycle. Everything happens at a natural pace. Allow it to happen in divine timing and the natural order of things. It's about making small changes, not dramatic changes. It's about growing slowly. And so the seeds of what you have put out there, they've been planted, and now they will grow in the natural speed of nature for you. And it's a positive time for you at this time. It's a very positive time. And it's just the reminder for you always about nurturing this time that you have. This is a very beautiful beginnings of something for you with the Empress here. So wonderful. And you're very protected as well. Thank you, Spirit. So let's have a look now at this is the environment around you at the time. So this is the card to show what might be impacting you in your environment. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for Taurus. What a lovely start to their reading. That one jumped. So your environment is one of appreciating. This is the Hermit. Your environment is one of quietness, of solitude. Time alone is time spent with your higher self. The Hermit is an extraordinary card. It's one of my favorite cards in the tarot deck, because it's about this angel. He's standing here with this lamp and this fire here, and it's about the card of not being, your environment is not one of isolation. You don't feel that because you're in the Empress road, but it's one of path, but it is one of you feeling that you appreciate time alone. You would appreciate that time spent. It is necessary for you at this time. It is you spending time by yourself because it is something that you desire to do. And it's that time of withdrawal from things that maybe upset the balance within your life. And you have found peace within this situation. And it's time to think and it's time to plan. So I think that's a lovely environment for you to be in at this time, the Hermit. So we're going to look at winter for you now, my darling. And winter is a time of rest, isn't it? It's time just to let things be and to allow things to rest a while, because in the resting a while, like the Hermit, it allows things to the soil to be ready for those new shoots of growth for you in the spring. So let's see for winter for you. Thank you for Taurus. What wants to come out? That one wants to come out. What have we got? Healing. So this is the winter card, isn't it? I mean, look at that. It's wonderful. It's got the dandelions there. And you know, I always love dandelions because some people might see them as weeds, but I see them as something incredibly beautiful in that they send their seeds off and it's the trust that they'll land where they're meant to land. And actually dandelions always land exactly where the soil needs them, where the soil needs the enrichment that they can provide. So with this winter card and this message here, it's about you releasing and allowing and trusting that whatever the seeds of this growth we saw in the Empress, whatever you've sent off, send it off as wishes in the wind. Send it off with the trust and the belief that it will land where it's meant to. And that will produce new shoots of growth for you. So it is not about having too much of a structured approach to within this healing card, not having too much of a structured approach within the parameters of your beliefs and your longings. So just say, do you know what? I'm open to anything. I'm open to anything, universe. I'm open to all the surprises and delight. Whatever things will be, they'll be. Wherever it's meant to land, it'll land. And the healing card is a time that there is a necessary time for you, although you may feel like raring to go in various times. Do listen to yourself, do listen to your intuition, your sixth sense. And if you don't feel like doing something, it's because you're being asked to rest and maybe not make a decision right now, to have a little patience in divine timing of this. This healing card is a time of non-action, a time of reflection for you at this time. And it is also with the understanding that those that have been sent to help you at this time are helping you, and you are allowing them to help you as well. And it is also that everything is connected and to trust. So that's the winter card for you. So now let's look. That's interesting. That card appeared. Look at that, flexibility just appeared from another deck. So they're meant, I don't know why that's in there. It's obviously for you. The bamboo. All I'm going to say with this card is an extra for this. The first year it creeps, the first year it sleeps, the second year it creeps, the third year it leaps. And it's in order to grow that very, very strong foundation, and therefore also be able to bend with the winds of change. So this is what's happening for you at the moment. You might be in the first year of a transitionary change for yourself, and the tiger there represents the solitude that you're in. But tigers love their own space, don't they? And they love that peace and quiet, and they're quite languid about it. But they will move when there's an opportunity to move, when they sense it, when their sixth sense senses an opportunity for move, because there's something there for them. So I'm going to put that card aside, but that was a little extra message for you. Thank you, Spirit. So now we're going to look at spring, and spring is that time of new delicate shoots coming up through the soil, things that we tend to look after, and we water and we nourish and we look after, just like in this Empress card about taking action that is for nourishment for yourself, taking action that's nurturing. Thank you, Spirit, for spring, for Taurus. What is starting to appear for Taurus? What new shoots of growth starting to appear for Taurus? 88 cards is quite a lot of cards to handle. Thank you very much. There we go. Very interesting. What is starting to appear? And I'm getting that expression, what's more beautiful, the oak or the oak tree? So everything is at different stages of growth. And so you may feel that this is the new beginning of something. But of course, from the acorn comes the great oak. And so the oak, again, has... and the oak is noble. So whatever you're doing is a very noble, beautiful cause. And whatever you're doing is your soul's intent. So this is authenticity. The oak's roots are very as deep as its branches are high. And this is what's happening for you at the moment. This is the hangman, but this is this period of time that you've been given to start to see life from a different perspective, to start to have that deepest, truest understanding of things. And it's going to allow you to expand, just like the oak's branches, and all those creatures, all those different people that you're going to meet in your life are going to appear to you. You don't need to go and find them. Just like the oak tree welcomes in, it receives. That is a message there for you from Spirit. I feel that you have let go of a great deal of things that you have felt were important to you in your life, but are now not so important for you anymore, which is really rich, is really lovely. And it is about you understanding within this hangman space when you are starting to get your epiphanies, you're starting to see things from a different perspective, that actually there is always actions going on, events happening within the universe for you. So although you can't see it, trust that there are things happening to evolve situations for you. Okay, so that is the Hangman card, and you have a fork in a path here. So that fork represents the choices and decisions that you are going to make within this Hangman space that you're in at this time. Okay, so, and do you know what? There is no right or wrong path. Just make those decisions from the awareness place of who you are and what is right for you, my darling. Make them from a responsive choice decision, not from a triggered choice decision. So don't make them from a reactory space that you're in, but from an aware, I'm going to respond to this because I've taken the time to understand. And now I'm going to do it with a sense of relief and peace that I've made the right decision. Thank you, Spirit. And you are at that pivotal moment in your life. Thank you. So now we're going to look at, so that's what's beginning to appear for you, just new, different ways of looking at things, which is really lovely. Now we're going to look at summer, and we're going to look at what's in full bloom, what you're really happy about, you're contented about, you're feeling joy about. Thank you, Spirit. This is full blooming flowers and fruits ready to be picked and ripe. Thank you. Wow, you have really done, because you started with the Empress and now you've got the Star card here. This, my darling, is a promise to you, okay, that, and you know this as well, this is a promise from Spirit to you about the blessings of the long-term directions and goals that you have been wishing for. And this can be, you know, regarding your career, your life path, your relationships, whatever it may be. But this is a long-term commitment goal that you have, and you've got the Empress at the beginning. So this was the beginnings of something. And it's because you have now a, how do I say this, Spirit? Because of your expanded awareness, because of your different perception of things, you have a growing joy, a growing confidence, a growing optimism of both the situation and yourself. And this is all serving your soul purpose. And the Star card has been the commitment that you have made, the responsibility that you have taken for your own personal healing and letting go of things that were holding you down, holding you back, making your life a little difficult. That water represents the releasing of things, the releasing of energy, the releasing of emotions, energy, emotion, with the understanding that, you know what, you don't need to carry them anymore. They're not your responsibility. They were somebody else's energy, or this was something that you'd held on to for a very long time since you were little, that actually now you understand you don't need to carry it anymore. It's not an unseen weight for you. And there's that little bird to remind you that you can fly now in any direction you so choose to do, but go with the natural winds of change. Go with the trust that you will be taken just like that dandelion where you are meant to go. So beautiful card for the summer, and you are really happy about this, and rightly so, my darling. You've done a lot of work, you know, Hermit, Hangman, the Empress, the Star card, stunning, just stunning. So now we're going to look at autumn, which is that time of release, time of the leaves and everything decaying into the soil in order for it to rest and be ready for the spring, for the new cycle. And the trees, then, you know, they release those leaves, they don't need them anymore. So it's beautiful coming after the Star card. But it's also a time of abundance, isn't it? Because in early, very early autumn, late summer, a lot of the fruits are picked. So let's see for you for autumn for Taurus. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, they wanted to come out. Wow. So Wisdom Keeper here, number 17, the Wisdom Keeper. And this again is the Star. And you've also got the Wheel. So I feel that with the releasing, Okay, I want to show you both of these cards here. This is you appreciate in this releasing, and you understand this is a temporary situation. If you look at the tent there, this is a temporary situation, but you have taken the time to be still, to sit in the stillness, to ask the questions, to look at your life so far, your journey, your experiences so far, and to see what you've discovered. And you've done so at a leisurely pace. You've done so when you felt it was right to do so. And you have been ready to receive wisdom. You are now the keeper of wisdom, this wisdom keeper. You have looked maybe at generational trauma. You have looked at the past. You've understand patterns of behavior within both your cycles and other people's cycles. And naturally, you have received the wisdom. And because of that, this is the abundance coming in for you. This is luck, progress, and change with the wheel. Because of that, you have allowed, this situation is evolving naturally in its own way. Your life is evolving naturally in its own way. And actually, it's going to be more positive than you feel. It's going to be a bit more magical than you're even hoping for, because the wheel is a wonderful card about progress, about change, but it's because of the shift in your energetic structure. And it's because you're allowing it and you're able to receive it. And just expect the unexpected in this case. This is divine law. This is divine timing. And it's my kind of wink from the universe card for you in this situation. So gorgeous. And I'm going to pull one more card for you at the end. Last message for Taurus, please. Thank you, Spirit. Last message for Taurus. Of course, you start with the Empress and you end with the Priestess. But this is also number 20 is the Judgment card. So here you are. This is a wonderful card for you. The Priestess and the Judgment card. What a gorgeous combination for these two. Here you are, because it's a pivotal moment in your life now. And you are astride this path, okay? And you've got here roses. Now, roses are representative of love. Roses are also representative of the pain of love because of the thorns in them. And it's almost like you've turned your back on what is a certain type of maybe romantic love that you have experienced in your life. You've understood that's not actually, the romantic love is maybe a fairy tale and such, but actually it's more important to focus on the soul love within people, the understanding, the awareness that we're all souls experiencing, and understanding that the truest love in its deepest form is unconditional love. That is source love. That is where we all come from. Source energy is love. And so you've chosen that, and it's allowed you to feel so connected now to everything. And also, this is source energy here. You are astride it. You are feeling empowered about where you are right now. And you know, with this card, with the Priestess, the High Priestess, you are loving but detached. You are observant and aware. And you are trusting energies, and you are trusting what you are receiving, but you're also seeing through situations as well. And all of this, you know, who you are, a soul experiencing who you are, life itself experiencing itself, that self-knowledge, that observation that you've been doing has been transformational for you. Oh, and I'm just seeing this little frog and his little smiley face here. So the frog is representative of the transition, because the frog lives on both land and water, and you are able to now dip into your emotions, not be overwhelmed by them, understanding that emotions are energy in motion, understanding that life is fluid, understanding that there is a connection to everything, understanding that there is a dependence on everything in order for people to know themselves. There's an interdependence between relationships, and you are living your life as source energy now. And it feels good, and no wonder you started off with the Empress card here. So what an extraordinary reading for you, Taurus. I hope that has helped. I trust it has helped those that came to the reading, and I look forward to doing another one for you soon. In the meantime, do enjoy my daily readings and have a very lovely rest of the Sunday. So much love, my darling. Take care. Bye-bye.